Oh, actually, sorry. It opens this Friday, November 15th, and goes till Thursday, November 21st. That's for games released after September 6th. With all that said, we've got Resident Evil here. I'll hand it over to our runner, let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Pessimism. Hope everyone's doing well. Today, we're going to be doing a Jill Real Survival Best Ending speedrun. Best ending refers to you have to save both characters. So today, we're going to be saving Barry Burton and Chris Redfield. It's going to be a good run, and I'm excited to take you guys through it.
I'm excited as well.
Appreciate GDQ for having me on. Always appreciate the opportunity.
Resident Evil.
We're going to be doing... I forget what this costume's called. It's the RE3 costume. So, starting off, we're going to do the cold feet sequence. It is faster than going through and seeing that cutscene where the zombie's chewing on... I forget the dude's name, but yeah. This game is played in simplified Chinese. It is significantly faster than English. We were running Japanese for a long time, but then Capcom decided to update it with simplified Chinese within like the last 2 years, I believe. And it's a little bit faster than Japanese. So in this game, there's something called stair skating. You see Jill and Chris glide up the stairs, which is significantly faster than going up the stair. I'll show you guys a manual. This is a manual stair skate, and this is an alternate or analog skating, significantly faster. The community voted to allow it because to avoid wrist issues. For running the door skip, which is generally speaking how most runners run. Each door is about 6.5 seconds. Therefore, if you take out 6.5 seconds, most runs usually have about 250 doors. It takes a lot of time out of the run. So instead of looking at doors for several minutes, just go fast.
Yeah, especially in like games where you transition so much through doors, like not having to wait that 6.5 seconds every time is huge.
100%. So right here is our first little zombie can cause a problem. We want to hang right here, turn to the light. Okay, worked out perfectly. There's a lot of enemy RNG in this game. Basically, every zombie you come across is almost always RNG. Especially in the mansion. So a few little differences between Jill and Chris. Jill has the lockpick and Jill gets the better weapon. She gets the grenade launcher and Barry's Magnum. Chris, however, pretty much has all the other advantages. He runs faster, he has more health. He does more damage with the knife, he recovers faster when swinging with the knife. Oh, another big thing is Jill has more space as well. 3D Casual, what up? Everyone's doing well. So we're gonna get the shotgun. One really good thing about this category is we get the shotgun for the pups. For those of you who don't know, there is a big reset point coming up. And most of the time you have to use the handgun and get all your quick shots right. But with the shotgun, we get rid of that. Oh. Little boo-boo. Luckily didn't pay for it too bad. So every zombie has a chance to sleep. If a zombie sleeps, that means that they're not lunging. Therefore, you have to wait for them either to get out of the way, or in some instances, it's just faster to take the bite. And that's obviously bad. That guy was walking into the wall. It's possible to just run straight through that room, but with that position, he was not going to allow us to do that. Recently, this game switched to LRT load removal timer versus IGT because it was basically pay to win. And pay to win speedruns, that's not a good thing. So, fortunately, we had some within the community able to make an LRT. Now it's an even playing field for everybody. To take out the pus with 2 shots. There's a zombie right here. That's not normally there. That's a hard only position. By the way, I should mention real survival is it automatically sets the game to hard difficulty. The boxes are not linked, and auto aim is turned off. So, and since it's hard, there's less ammo and health pickups as well. So it's a significantly more challenging run. I personally believe that this category has everything that this game has to offer in terms of speedrunning challenge, being able to react quickly, and just the more challenge that freaking well, I think I already said that, the challenge, blah 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 blah. Yeah, my fault. So right here we're going to Murder Hall. This is another tough room. We got lucky with this placement. He lunged. No sleeper is good. Our next objective is we need to get the serum for Richard. His real name's Richard. I call him Richard because he dies no matter what you do. You save him, he gets eaten by Yawn. You don't save him, he dies in that hallway. Or if you're playing Chris, he gets eaten by the shark. Both sound pretty horrifying. He's good.
I was gonna say neither of those sound like none of those options sound good.
Not at all. He's in a good position, cool. Spoilers, true, my fault. For those who haven't seen this game before, apologies. Sup, Faded Furby, L Ghost, Kratz a lot. G Shower, Dreams Are Fragile. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Razib, what up, brother? There we're getting the first death mask of the run. Sam's got some cool atmospheric sounds. Zach, what up, brother? Hope you're doing good, dude. Oh, one issue with analog skating is that sometimes it messes with the run button, the actual run button. And so you kind of have to, how do I explain? It's kind of hard to explain. No sleeper, good. Oh, you flip the C, does it work? Perfect. All right, we got good luck with that guy, though. Basically, you have to correct the analog, how it messes with the run button. And you just take like a half step forward without running, it'll fix it. Nigo, what up, brother? What's up, Silver Crow? Thanks for the luck, buddy. How are you? Dirk, what up? How evil have the residents been? Well, they are absolutely diabolical. As you can see, that man right there, even though that was completely my fault, I didn't back up quick enough. Hey, appreciate it. Gee Showered. Hope I said your name right. Thanks, buddy. What up, Matt? Appreciate the lug, bud. How are you? I'm gonna pick up the herb because that zombie took a piece out of my neck, and we want to go in with as much health as possible going into leaving mansion. I have to do this very, very difficult puzzle. It's probably amongst the most difficult puzzles you will ever see in a video game, honestly. And that's the puzzle.
Definitely not something you could accidentally stumble on.
Definitely not. What's up, Fuego? Thanks, buddy. How are you? Now we're gonna get one of our main weapons that we use in this run. Also, I apologize. I have Comcast internet, and well, Comcast is not the most reliable company. I am dropping a little bit of frames. Apologies. We're gonna get the defense item. Funny enough, real survival is the only, well, in terms of optimal, it's the only category where getting the defense items is actually required to be optimal. I'm gonna grab this herb right here while young Richard is there writhing in agony. Sorry, Richard. All right, so here's Jan. Everyone say hi to Jan. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Jan is also the hardest boss in the entire video game history. Jan 1. So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna go a little wide so he can't slam us, and that's Jan. Everyone say bye, Jan. Very difficult.
Bye, Jan.
Good position on that guy. Yeah. Yeah, young Richard had to go. He's done. Zero altruism. True. Yeah, I was talking to church about DVD. We were discussing multiplayer games before. We're gonna come over here. I was like a foot off. Where's this guy? He's in good position. What's up, Brimstone? Appreciate the luck, bud. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, that's not what we wanted to do. Irie, what up? Thanks for luck. Hope I said your name right. Okay, now we're actually coming up to like an actual boss, so to speak, where we actually have to fight. Oops. There's a little trick you can do with this game is like you hit down on the analog stick and the D-pad at the same time, you see it just drops to. I didn't even equip the shotgun because I was trying to explain something. Whoops. You're supposed to equip the shotgun in that menu, by the way. I was too busy explaining though, so my mind said no shotgun. So, well, we're gonna run into him. What we want him to immediately grab us. That's optimal. If he doesn't, we have to stand right behind him, trigger 180, and then he'll grab us. We did not get good luck. And that is Elder Crimson. That is George Trevor, who I do believe is the man who built or came up with the idea for the mansion. And then horrible, horrible things happened to his wife and his daughter. And then, well, you saw what happened to him, so nothing good happened to him either. Oh, that's my setup. Hello, Algae. Hope I said your name right. It's a cool little puzzle. We got some cocks here that either go slow or fast. It's complete RNG, whether they're fast or not. And that was pretty good. Definitely wouldn't complain about that in a run. Ooh. Shackles and moans. There's definitely nothing scary over here. This is actually a really beautiful path, I believe. It's a cool little area. So we're in the cabin now. And Jill gets knocked out. So this is Lisa Trevor. Remember I just mentioned George Trevor's daughter? This is his daughter. And she is an absolute menace. She hits like a truck. And yes, must be careful. What we do is we run right past her and do that. She's much more dangerous in other parts of the game. How hard is it to beat remake? Under 3 hours. I would say it's not hard at all, but I would say follow like a YouTube guide if doing that kind of thing doesn't bother you, or if you're kind of just like figure it out yourself kind of person, then yeah, it might take you a few times, but you'll definitely be able to get it.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at how like just playing a game like a second and third time will make it so much faster. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I can speak on that with Silent Hill 2 remake. Like my first playthrough was like 16 hours. And then after I played it a few times, it's like sub 10 now. Definitely not like what's that?
You go first.
I was gonna say definitely not like these speed demons like Captain Ezekiel over here, but
yeah.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
It's just like you don't even realize it when it's happening, but like just the fact that you're playing it like the second and third time, you're like memorizing all the places and like you need to go and stuff. So it's like, oh, you don't need to think about where you go or open up a map or anything. So it's like you're just saving so much time overall, and you're just like subconsciously taking lines that you don't realize you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. By the way, if you have arachnophobia, now's a good time to look away. I should have said that earlier, sorry. The big spiders are here. Fortunately, they're not really a threat, they're just scary looking. Right here, we get to have a good old conversation with Barry Burton, but we're going to skip it because we're going fast. So we're in the guardhouse now. I always forget what this area is called, honestly. I think it's the guardhouse, but I could be getting confused. No, yeah, that'd be the training facility in RE0. That zombie gets up, but we're way too fast for him. Each of these vine grabs, they do like 4% of your health. This is a nice, relaxing song. What's up, Spectroff? What's going on, bud? Boo, boo. We're just pushing crates at very high speeds, well, as fast as the game will let us. Skellington the Skeleton, I like your name. Greetings, accusations. How are you, bud? Of course. Oh, indubitably. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Boo-doo, boo-doo. Introduce the Neptunes. Are we getting grabbed in the... Oh, yeah, we're getting bit in the butt. Unlucky. Never mind, he came from the front. That is very rare. Most of the time you get hit in the butt. How dare you? Thanks, buddy, for the luck. Oh, they flow when they're heavy? True. What's up, Lemon Kitsune?
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
All right, chat, we need your help. Is it gonna be 1, 2, or 3?
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
My guess is it's 2. Damn, I was right. Nice.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold. Activate emergency drainage.
You're eating sharks while it balances out. Nice. Oh, Junk Dump got it. Oh, Falaz got it. Nice. 4. Sub that wolf. Now we have the big scary shark that'll eat us in one bite. The intended way of doing this is pushing that thing in front of me and electrocuting the shark to death, but we're not going to do that because it's slow. What we're going to do is we're going to go right in its face and run past them. That's what we do. All right, we have a zombie here that is notorious for being a pain in the ass. Hopefully that does not happen in this run, but we're gonna find out. Thank you. Appreciated. Also, I should mention, whenever you're walking up to locked doors in this game, you want to mash the action button. And that is because, like right here, I'm holding the action button right here. Therefore, it catches the earliest frame possible for the door. But if you hold action going into the door, the text goes super slow and it's slow. So just mash as fast as you can when going to locked doors. Those are pretty good bees, by the way. The bee death section is complete RNG, and that was pretty solid. All right, we're coming up to the second boss fight. And this fight is the first shot is a little scary because you don't have auto aim, so it's up to you to not make a mistake. So here we go, this is Plant 42. We're gonna go upstairs and shoot it with grenades. Hopefully we do not miss this first shot. Perfect. We did not get the good luck. So if you see me shoot quick, it's called pump canceling. I aim, fire, let go, move forward with either D-pad or analog, and it kind of makes it for both Jill and Chris. That's Plant 42. Good fight. Not the best fight. It's possible. It's possible to get a hell. So basically every enemy except Lisa Trevor, both Tyrant fights and both Yawn fights, all the enemies' health is random. So if you're able to get a certain health value for that fight, basically you saw how it closed and then it had to wait a few seconds to open. It'll be the reversed. So you can like blast Plant 42 super quick, and it's a really fast fight. It's like 12 seconds faster than what you just saw right there. It's pretty rare, but it's possible. Now we're on our way back to the mansion. V-Jolt, yeah, V-Jolt's actually used in the knife-only run for Jill. Not for Chris. Chris just goes toe-to-toe with it. Hopefully I do not take a bad line here. These snakes have a chance to poison you. Okay, we're good. Perfect. Yeah, right, accusations. Okay. Nice. Okay, now the hunters are here. Fortunately for real survival, the hunters are pretty chill compared to the other, compared to say new game. Substance offered if I were you. Okay, that's bad luck. Let me wait a second. Oh, that didn't work out. Okay, we're good. Whatever. The hunters have a one-shot mechanic. Whether you're fine or not, they'll just take your head off and your run's over. They're very stuff can go very wrong in that room right there. See that violent picture on the wall right there? That's lovely. I think both of them are violent pictures. I didn't even pay attention to the other one. Looks like someone's getting choked. And that dude, well, we see what's happening to that guy. Don't, do. He punches boulders. True. True. Donald Gump, what up? How's it going? All right, we're in the basement now. Hopefully the zombies play nice. These spiders are free. Those spiders are only not free if you're doing like New Game Plus. Okay, good. That's good. We make that because he's walking into the wall. So far, so good. What is this guy? Is he gonna sleep or is he gonna lunge? He's gonna lunge. Good man. All right, that was a solid basement. We got good luck. So for those of you just tuning in, all three of those zombies have RNG involved. And we got good luck 3 times. That was dope. Now we're coming into another heavy RNG room. Reverse murder hall. And he's a sleeper. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for him to come over here, do this. Where's Baldy? Baldy is in the way. So that's not good. He's a sleeper as well. Goodbye. Bait that guy, run past him. That was definitely not a good reverse murder haul, but in terms of speed, it wasn't good. But safety, we got through perfectly. So that's all that matters. All right. Remember our buddy Yawn? This time we actually have to fight him. Unfortunately for Yawn, he's weak to acid grenades. So we're gonna hit him 3 times up here. And keep in mind, you have to get the final shot down here. You cannot kill Yawn if he's up there. And right, my friends, is Yawn. Everyone say bye to Yawn. Bye, Yawn.
Bye, Yawn.
He's down for the count this time. It's up too fast for you. Hit him with the grease. The grease is forever. Yes, sir. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right. Our next objective is to get one of the first Mo discs. Or the first Mo disc, I should say. Also, this room is a good example of Jill's what's it? Her inventory. Like if I was Chris, I'd have to go back downstairs, drop 2 books off, then come all the way back up here and do this. But with Jill, that is not the case. And the mansion, true. Atlas, true. The hunters make a cool sound. They're all... I don't know if it came through the mic, but I was trying to do a hunter jumping impersonation sound. Hopefully it went through. What's up? CLG Wolf?
Stream.
We got our first Mo disc. If you put the red gem in here, a bunch of snakes drop from the ceiling. You will never see it in a speed run. Well, at least I don't think you'd ever see it in a speed run. Maybe someone makes a mistake and puts it in. It's possible, but unlikely. Jill definitely has some advantages over Christopher, that's for sure. He's a sleeper. Triggered him because you're bound close to his back. If you're standing behind a zombie's back, they're guaranteed to 180, which is what we utilized when we fought Elder Crimson because he didn't grab us. So we went right behind him and that triggered the 180. Wow. The courtyard. This has a few RNG moments. We just got past one. This line is completely free as long as you do it correctly. There is no RNG in this line whatsoever. Now the RNG returns. Yeah, D goes for sure. What is this guy wanted? Okay, it's free. That's a good position. Now this pup is the one that causes the most problems. Okay, he didn't cause us problems that time. Okay, this room's free. Nice. We got lucky. We're going to come back up here. We're going to shut the little dam thing off, whatever it's called. So now we have access to the caverns. And we get good luck. Perfect. And last guy. That was decent enough. All right, my friends, we are in the caverns, which means the end is near. Gonna all control our way through this area. Here comes Enrico. His name's actually Enrico, but if you know how Jill says Enrico in RE1, she calls him Enrico. I just think it's funny to call him that. But yeah, unfortunately, Enrico gets killed. So goodbye. And it's all Albert Wesker. Young Albert. Here's what's up, pup time. Here's a little puzzle, which can be a pain in the butt sometimes. Hopefully we get a good one. It's right there. Stop. Thank you. Pretty good. Step foot in the courtyard. True. Yeah, the pups can definitely be jerks. That's for sure. And now, my friends, there's going to be a big spider here. So if you don't like spiders, maybe you want to look away for this part. Enter Black Tiger. We call her BT for short. She is an absolute menace. In any category that you don't shoot your way through the webs, she sucks. So we got good luck with the charge. We should be able to get through. What's she going to do? Up. No, she's going to German suplex us. Perfect. This is horrible. Well, could have been worse. She didn't poison us. If she went to the other side, a poison is almost guaranteed. Like you saw how I went to like the right. If I went to the left, she has enough time to charge up her poison and poison you after hitting you with the German suplex. It is an absolutely horrific turn of events. And At high level, if that happens, your run is dead. Now we gotta do some pushing here. You can actually be a few steps away from the crane coil to get this to work. It's pretty neat. It's a multitude. We did not spin perfect. I've never played a DMC game before. King goes first. Hello, Aya Hulk Scar. Hope I said your name right. Sup, Rocker? Steve the Adman, what up? Yeah, GameCube's a great console. We go past BT one more time. The only threat she is if she quick poisons, which she did not do. She went for another suplex. And that is the last hunter you will see in this run. Four, two, three, one. Said okie dokie, perfect. Thanks for being here and supporting the stream. Now we meet Lisa again, where she is much more dangerous. If you take bad lines, that is. Or you can do the safety strat too. Definitely nothing wrong with the safety strat. So the safety strat would be, see how there were two paths? If I went down the other path, got the camera change, flipped around, Lisa would be spawning on the other path. So it's a free run through what the path I just took. And you can do that again on the way back out. Last risk of insta-death. No. There is one more part of the run where you go boom. And it is scary on real survival. Hopefully I did not take a bad line here. Good news, I did not take a bad line and we got through her. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, Barry's a traitor. Unbelievable, Burton. And now we push the box. Does anyone have any questions about this as a speed game that I might not have addressed? I'd definitely be willing to answer any and all questions as long as I can answer them. He did it for his family, true. See if we get this. Nope, I missed it. You can get that trigger, like, it's pretty tough though. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna grab a herb real quick. That is not part of the optimal route, but I want to ensure that I survive. There are no out of bounds. No, there's not. Is this my favorite RE to speed run? Yes, it is. This has been my main speed game since it came out, which I believe is 2015. Our Resident Evil 0 would probably be my second speed game, but I can do runs for a majority of the old RE games. I dabbled in Resident Evil 2 Remake. I'm not very big on the whole knife thing that game has, so I learned Claire second scenario, no knife. That's good luck. I haven't touched 3R, 4R, Village, 7, 5, 6, none of those games. What a trusty guy indeed he is. All right, my friends, we are headed back to the mansion for the very last time. Who's my favorite RE character? Leon Kennedy is my favorite. I like Jill Valentine a lot. I like Rebecca Chambers a lot. I love William Birkin as an antagonist. I think Birkin is such a cool character. Albert's cool. Nemi's cool. You know, I really wish this is kind of off. This has nothing to do with really Resident Evil, but real quick. When Nemesis and the RE stuff came into DBD, I was really hoping that Super Tyrant was going to get the gig, but Nemesis got it, and it makes sense. I know Nemesis is very popular amongst the RE community, so it made sense. Let's see. Just wanted to get the solid speedruns down, boy. I would say a week or so. When the game was first coming out, I decided I wanted to learn Jill any %. And so I looked up Arsenogen's Jill any % run. And after that, it's been my main speed game. Where does RE3 Nemesis rank in your speedrun preference? So RE3 has a lot of RNG involved. And I'm not very interested at this time in RE3 as a speed game. I wouldn't say I will never speed run it, but that probably won't happen anytime soon. Yeah, RE0's got some tough stuff going on. Lore-wise, how did Jill end up here? That is a great question. Oh, you mean into the mansion, you mean, or down here? All right, Barry. So Barry has to defend us, and Barry has to defend himself. There is a slight chance that Lisa will knock Barry off. If that were to happen, perfect. If that were to happen, best ending is not possible, and I'll have to turn this into an any % run. Thankfully, Barry took care of business, and we're safe. Can Chris mix chemicals? No, Chris cannot mix chemicals. Rebecca Chambers can, though, and there is a certain way to get that to happen in a Chris run, although I am not 100% sure how to do it, because none of that happens in an actual speed run. What the heck is that stair? So what it is the community has named it stair skating. And so I'm going to show you we have a little bit of time I'm going to show you what it is, the differences. So to stair skate vanilla, as we call it, you have to hold up on the D-pad and you have to mash run as fast as you can. However, throughout the history of this game as a speed game, people have complained about wrist issues. So there was a way that the community, they made it to where you remap stuff on the right analog stick and you spin it in a circle, right? And so it acts as if you're mashing X super fast because all the directions on the right analog stick are acting as if you're pressing X, right? So this is vanilla stair skating. This is me mashing. As you can see, that's significantly slower compared to this. So, yeah, that is what the stair skating thing is. 2 different ways to do it. All right, my friends, we are at the end. We are in the labs. There's definitely some scary parts in the labs. Let's see what we get. That guy's in a usual thing. That guy missed us perfect. We decap that goofball. All right, so right here, it's possible to bounce stuff to your mouse. So you can actually go click the letters with the mouse. It is probably slower for John Ada, but it is 100% faster for Cell. And so, obviously, it can be very fast even with the controller. But yeah, whatever is your preference. I will say this as well, due to the nature of remapping for analog skating, it is required to show your inputs when you speedrun this game on PC. The reason being is because it is possible through some other programs is basically you can make it to where it's like rapid fire turbo controller, and there's absolutely no, what's the word? You're not having to perform an action to quote unquote earn your stair skate speeds. And so, and rather than taking kind of a thing out of, taking an element of quote unquote skill out of the game, although some people can definitely argue spinning a stick isn't necessarily skillful, and that's fair. But ultimately, in order to make sure no one's turboing down the stair skates or turboing down the stairs, we made to where you have to show that you're actually earning your stair skating speeds by, showing that you're spinning or there's some people who still want a vanilla match. That's completely fine as well. Although you will be at a disadvantage. So we got a Chimera coming up trying to take us out, but that ain't gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna do one thing that I normally do not do in the run, but again, I want to ensure that I survive this so we can see the end. We're gonna kill this Chimera. In the optimal scenario, we do not kill. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna pick up extra shotgun shells to fix shooting that guy. Okay, now we're approaching the nitrogen run. The nitrogen run is a scary part of the run. Yeah, I can't. That dude just jumped up and made me miss. Okay, so you cannot run the whole time when carrying this thing. You will blow up and die. And so you will see every single person who has done speedruns of this game has died during this part. It is just, everyone dies here whenever you're learning the game. It is what it is. So for hard, we walk 2, run 2. If you're running New Game Plus, which is done on very easy, you can walk 2, run 8. If you're doing any other category, you can walk 2, run 5. I will mention, it is possible to do 2-9. It is possible to do 2-6. It is possible to do 2-3. However, there is a chance you will die. So the choice is yours, my friends. What enemy used to give you trouble starting this game? That's a good question. I will say Super Tyrant. Learning how to effectively dodge him it's a little tricky. Being able to move amongst the hunters as well. Also, another thing is simply dodging the zombies, because, you know, you run, you know, in other Resident Evil games, you know, you just kind of just evade them, right? But there are several situations in this game where you flat out have to run into them and just pull out, like, back up as quickly at the right time. And that definitely takes time getting. I'm gonna pick up this fast in case Super Tyrant wants to be an absolute jerk. Yeah, so the zombies as well. Also, if anyone wants to learn knife only on this game, the pups, that's actually it's a tough room to learn as well. All right, my friends, we're at Tyrant, and we're gonna down him. So I'm pump canceling here to make sure I get. Oh, I messed up the pump cancel. Couldn't get the fourth off. And he is down for the count. Although I'd say I'm on the Switch. As far as I know, yes. Although running this game on the Switch, in terms of if you're interested in going for top times against HD console, unfortunately the Switch, are there shotgun shells or are there grenades? I don't even remember. There's grenades, okay. Unfortunately, there are. I gotta come here and get these shotgun shells. Unfortunately, the load times for the Switch are not good. Like, you will stare at a black screen sometimes for like, I've seen for like 10 or 15 seconds.
Oh, that's some like 2001 level stuff.
Yeah, it's actually ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I personally believe PlayStation 5, in terms of HD console, PlayStation 5 is the optimal console to run on. I don't have any actual proof when I say this, but I have like 3,000 hours on this game. Well, they're shotguns or grenades, right? Yeah, grenades. Okay. I have basically 3,000 hours on this game. And when I tell you that I really think that the Xbox Series X, the black screens last just a tiny bit longer than they do on PlayStation. Maybe it's the amoeba effect, I'm not sure, but I really believe that, look at this guy, absolute goof. I really believe that the Series X is not as fast as the PS5. Maybe it is, man, I don't know.
Self-destruct system has been activated.
Oh yeah, like this game, like Resident Evil HD Remaster is on Xbox 360, PS4, 360, Series S, PS5, Series X. It's on all the major platforms. All right, my friends, we're at the end of the game. This is Super Tyrant. This fight is unfortunately pretty RNG heavy. If you're trying to get like a really good time, you really need Barry Burton to shoot this guy, and we need him to grab us as well. Shoot him. So we're gonna run it up. What's he gonna do? Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Unfortunately, Barry's shooting at, or staring at him. Okay, now he's shooting good. That does about 600 damage to him. He needs to drop below 3,600 health for the... I need Barry to shoot him one time. Barry, shoot him. Shoot him. See what I mean? This is the problem. This Barry will do that, and then you're forced to just stand there and wait for him to shoot. All right, my friends, that is Jill Real Survival Best Ending. I hope you enjoyed the run. Thank you, everyone, for your time. Jill, I always enjoy. Again, thank you for GDQ and Church. Thank you for offering the opportunity for me to come on here, showcase this run. Really appreciate it. Always enjoy showcasing HD Remaster. So this is my main speed game. Everyone, if you are interested in learning this game, there's a great HD Remaster community. We have a Discord. There's an RE Discord that has a bunch of, even if you're just interested in RE in general, you can see all the RE stuff. The community is great people. Me personally, I thoroughly enjoy helping anyone learn this game as much as I can. I always love seeing new people speedrun this game, as well as RE0. So if anyone's interested, hit up the Discord, hit me up, hit anyone up in the community. Always down to help everyone. Appreciate everyone's time. The record for this category is 50. So here's the thing. So LRT, this game real quick, there's an LRT, IGT. This game is pay to win base, so is RE0, so it's probably majority of the new RE titles just because the nature of PC speedrunning. Yeah. We recently switched to an LRT, so it removes all the load removal times. So right now, the current record for this category is 5330 LRT. And I'm actively trying to get the record back. I have most of the world records in this game. This category is actually the one I do not have. The last few attempts, I got to super time and world record pace, and as you saw how Barry can just stand there, that's exactly what happened, and I missed record, unfortunately. But this is a great speed game. Easy to learn, high skill ceiling. Again, anyone's interested, feel free. Message the community, me, whoever. Appreciate everyone's time. Thank you guys so much. Good meeting everyone. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you again, Church, GDQ, for having me. Hope to see you guys again soon. Much love. Be safe. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for being on. Everybody be sure to give Pessy a follow here. Absolutely fantastic Resident Evil runner. Like you said, you've got world record in most of the categories. You run like everything in this. So if you like Resident Evil, be sure to give Pessimism a follow and a look. Yeah, super appreciate you being on the show, showcasing the run. And with that said, we do have one more game coming up for you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Game Zone Quick Hotfix. Tonight, we're doing a little bit of a horror block for you. Before we get into our next run, just a quick reminder, you can now join the official GDQ Discord and add the Hotfix role, where you can keep tabs on upcoming events, talk with staff, and more. You can use !Discord in Twitch chat for more information. That said, I will hand it over to our runner. Let her introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. How we doing today? Remember the last time I played this game and we got a glitch that just soft-locked us, pretty much killing the run? Let's hope that it doesn't happen this time. I speedrun a lot of video games. I'm at like 51 now. I'm also banned from horror games for the month, and yet here I am. So without any further ado, in 3, 2, 1, let us begin the run. So this is technically a remake of Silent Hill 1, technically speaking. I mean, obviously it's got cell phones and it's more reimagined than, say, Silent Hill 2 remake, but it's supposed to be Silent Hill 1.
I've read your notes. The other therapist.
We have to see Kaufman a ton of times. Kaufman is very boring. Do not listen to his therapeutic advice. He's terrible at this, as you will see as we continue on. So the way the game is broken up is we have to see Kaufman, answer some questions. I don't even know what half the questions are. I don't even know what the questions are on this form. But you have to answer them in a certain way for speedrun purposes. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, false, false, and then true, true. This gives us the fastest dialogue for the beginning section, and then we play as Harry during these sections. Also, the game doesn't tell you who is sitting across from Kaufman until the very end. Spoilers, it's not Harry. So, again, we're still waiting.
Let's get started then.
All right, we're going to get started then. So, Harry has crashed his car. Apparently, Cheryl was in the back seat. He has no idea where Cheryl is. Also, speaking of Cheryl, there's a Cheryl button. Take that, Heavy Rain. I don't know, I've never played Heavy Rain, but I know about Sean. So yeah, for the first 4 minutes of the run, we have a Cheryl button once we get control of Harry. So we're just running around Silent Hill. It's a blizzard. And for some reason, everything's unlocked and the town is pretty empty. So that's a thing. Also, if you're wondering why there are these grab thing sort of puzzle solutions, it's because this was originally a Wii game and was later ported to the PS2 and PSP. So it still has that Wii motion thing. I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry, I couldn't play most of the games on the Wii, so I don't know, because don't try to play Wii games with one hand. It's a very bad experience. So we're just running through, trying to solve puzzles and do motion control things without doing motion control things, because again, the PS2 doesn't have motion controls. The PS2 version is also the version that you want to speedrun if you wanted to speedrun this game, because it's slightly faster, as well as having a skippable cutscene that the Wii version does not. And I can't remember how much time you lose if you play the Wii version. I think it's almost 2 minutes, I think. So these cans will look different depending how you answer that survey. That's the other thing that happens, is that things in the environment will be different. You can get different clothes on Harry. Objects can be different. Sybil's outfit can be different. Dahlia's outfit can be different. And when we get to the hospital, Harry's second outfit can be different. Actually, I don't know if his first outfit can be different, because I haven't fully messed around with that. So we're gonna make a phone call here, 555-3825. If you were doing all mementos, the first memento is actually in the diner there, but we're not doing that. We are doing the UFOs, so we have to call this number. Wait for it. Once you start hearing the breathing, you can hang up. You don't have to have the full conversation with any phone call. It just has to be picked up the first time. So now we can take a picture of 13 UFOs. The first one is in the next room. And by room, I mean through this door, because we're not inside, so it's not really a room now, is it? Some people are able to take the picture before hopping over the fence. The game doesn't like me doing that, so I wait till afterwards. And there's number one. They're actually pretty spaced out, because we only get one UFO in this section. We only get 2 UFO in the next section, and then 5 UFO in the next section. And then there's a long stretch between UFO number 7 and UFO number 8. So pick up the phone immediately. One of the few times where we actually pick up the phone, because we typically don't want to do that because it's slow. But here you want to immediately pick it up the second it starts running, or ringing, not running. If your phone's running, you might want to be concerned about that.
Just a little bit.
Also, if anybody's been playing Sonic and Shadow Generations, Harry Mason here is the same person who does Shadow the Hedgehog since 2010. So there's your Sonic reference for the day. He actually started voicing Shadow at the same time this game came out. So that's fun. And so now we're in our combat section, if you will. There's not really any combat in this game, but we go into these sort of ice levels and we have to deal with raw shocks that can grab us, and if they grab us too many times, we will die. And they also can increase our speed. Once they scream at you, you get what is called dude speed, which increases your speed by 20%. There we go. However, I'm probably going to get grabbed here. So that's essentially your example of combat, is that you throw them off of you by basically playing Simon Says, if you will, because there's 4 options. It's waggling in the Wii version. I'm told that the Wii version is quite the experience. So if you want to experience things to make your arm really tired and possibly be in pain, go for the Wii version, I suppose. And then we're about to finish the section here. The flare will keep them off of you, but we really didn't need to use them or use it there. So right now we're heading to our house. But first we got to answer some questions. Fun fact about this picture here. If you color it in, the next scene will be those colors. However, we're not going to color that because that takes time. And legit, like if you made the car purple, the car would be purple. If you made the house orange and pink, the house would be orange and pink. But again, it takes time. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to skip that. I'm sorry.
Is it true to say you're a private person? Would you say it takes a while for people to get to know you?
Again, answering these questions will make the car ride a bit faster, because we're also going to go on a car ride. Also, I hope you're ready to bounce back and forth in a back seat of a car, because that's what we'll be doing, because that is in fact a speedrun strat.
No. You're going to like this. On the table are some pencils and a picture. I want you to let out your inner child and color in the picture. It's titled Happy Family.
There is a lot of this where we don't do anything. Don't worry, later on, Kaufman's going to talk for, 2 minutes, maybe more. I haven't necessarily timed it out, but he talks for a really long time, and then he's like, do you want to hear that again? No. And then I just immediately back out, and he's like, oh, okay. And it's like, yes, it would have been nice if you didn't talk so much. There is a way to skip dialogue, but it can make you soft lock. It's called Disc Skip Tray. Schmumbler actually found that out by accident. But if you open the disc tray and close it, the game will skip forward a bunch, but it can lead to soft locks. So right now, we're just bouncing back and forth. By the way, disc tray skip is not an actual speedrun category. So if you wanted to speedrun the game and get on the leaderboard, you cannot do disc tray skip.
We only covered basic meteorology in the academy. Hell, we didn't hear about this till it was happening. Barely had time to close off the major highways.
So what I'm doing right now is when the screen transitions to the next one, there's a possibility of Sybil continuing to talk to you, but because we've been bouncing back and forth so much, she goes, "You're awfully restless back there," and basically cuts her dialogue, I think, in half.
Back there, Mr. Mason. Anything you want to tell me?
Restless? Of course I'm restless. I'm worried about my daughter. She's 7 and she's out there in this blizzard.
Sorry.
Or so you think she's out there in this
Get us to the
blizzard.
station.
And you can open the window if you want
This weather's
to, like,
just
look
unbelievable.
outside. Fun fact, though, if you're not looking directly at
Damn,
the
can't
thing,
even see the road.
like that,
gonna see exactly where
it'll
we
be
are.
stuck. You have to have the camera, like, full in view. It's kind of a bit ridiculous. Anyway, Sybil's like, stay put. No, I'm not going to. I'm actually going to unlock the door and get out of here. If you wanted the second memento, it's actually in the glove compartment on the second seat that we just got out of. But now we're back to running outside in the snow. Also, if you're wondering why I'm turning off the flashlight, that's for frame rate. Speaking of which, if you are running the PS2 version, you actually want to put your PS2 into 16:9, which is why we have the black bars going on. Because it's faster to have it in 16:9 than it is 4:3. Why is that? We don't know. It just is. So we unlock the door. And then because we're doing UFO ending, this is sort of a path deviation from any percent and all mementos. All mementos, we're going to run more to the left, whereas UFO, we kind of want to follow the path, but we don't want to be on the path because the path turns. So by sticking on the snow, we don't take those turns, making it slightly faster, but we still have to worry about some trees because Harry will get caught on the trees, because of course he will, as we keep going. Also, for anybody that has been playing the Silent Hill 2 remake, there's a little surprise at the end of the UFO ending coming up here as we go get the second of 13 UFOs. They're kind of somewhat well hidden because, again, the next one's right here. And then go over here. Again, Silent Hill is on a lake, Toluca Lake to be exact, so us seeing water is not exactly out of the ordinary. Also, we'll be swimming in that lake at some point. Hooray! Nothing like a polar bear swim. Those are awful, by the way. If you've ever tried to do one, just awful. So here we go. Slowly running. And also, this upcoming room will be different depending how you answer it. So there's 2 different scenes you can get with this room. We get the sort of brutal scene, but you can have a nice, not red room in here. Also, another mementos behind us. Actually, 2 of them are behind us, as there's the flashlight, and I forget what number 4 is. Again, it's not really important because we're doing UFO, but I know where they all are. Fun fact about all mementos, there's nothing to keep track of what you have. The only thing you can do is count along and be like, yes, I have all 25. Because even at the end of the game, you just get a box that has a bunch of stuff in it, but you can't see all 25 objects. So now we go over to the pink wallet. Also, you may have noticed that I hung up on Sybil. Like I said, there's only like 2 phone calls that we need to pick up right away, and that is not one of them. So here we go with chase sequence number 2. Speaking of Silent Hill 2, the song for chase number 2 might sound a little bit familiar if you ever played Born from a Wish, which is the Xbox / PC / greatest hits of the PS2 version, Maria side story. That's right. You want the greatest hits version of Silent Hill 2 if you want all the things in the game. So if you don't have Silent Hill 2 on PS2, get yourself a greatest hits copy if you want Born from a Wish. So here we go. The 2 songs sound familiar. It's, I believe the song is called Terror Through the Fog for Silent Hill 2, and this one is Devil's Laughter. They sound similar, but they're not exactly the same. So here we go, running away as fast as we possibly can. Ooh, I didn't get caught there. That is rare. So I'm not going to light the flare up as much as possible. Okay, he's kind of close, so I'm going to do it now. Again, for whatever reason, the flare makes them be like, nah, I don't want anything to do with this. But the flashlight, they're like, I don't care about the flashlight. So it's unclear if it's the fact that they don't like fire or if they don't like light. Either way, they're going to back off until the flare dies. As you can see, one of them's coming through right now, but please go through the door, Harry. That's about to die. There we go. So again, no real combat here. It's just running through these small sections and getting dude speed. Again, it's unclear how much time dude speed will actually save you. Because again, if you don't have dude speed, that means that the Rorschachs don't know where you are and you're not being chased. So that's the risk you take with the 20% speed boost. So it's like, haha. So we've made it through section 1 of the chase. We now have to solve a puzzle by playing the piano. So it's there are messages you can find throughout the game that'll tell you the answers and whatnot. There are actually a ton of messages and a ton of ghosts or shadows, whatever you prefer to call them, that you can find through the game. There is no 100% category, which would be finding all the UFOs, finding all the shadows, finding all the mementos. So I don't think anybody knows where all the shadows are, and I don't know how many there are. There might be 18. I tried to do it once, and I don't know if I got them all. But you would get messages throughout the game. Of course, we've also lost dude speed. That's the other thing that happens when you have splits like that in the chasing, is that Harry will lose the dude speed. They don't know where I am. Except for this. Oh. I'm going to light that because I just saw the guy to the left out of the corner of my eye. However, given that it took so long to activate dude speed, we'll have the flare, I think, for the rest of this section, which again is somewhat rare because sometimes they're right up in your face once you pass through that door. Oh yeah, we're fine. So that wasn't too bad of a chase too, given that. And now we're gonna be in the high school, and we're gonna be asked a bunch of high school questions by Kaufman when we get back to Kaufman's office. Also, when you start up the game, there's a warning that the game will psychologically analyze you. So that's a thing. Most Silent Hills actually have a warning at the front of it, which is interesting. But yeah, don't take psychology advice from Kaufman. He's terrible at his job, as you will clearly see in a moment. So this is the other phone call that we're going to immediately take, because Sybil's going to call wondering where we are, and if we want to get to Kaufman's office, the faster we answer this phone call, the faster we get there. So she's going to call any second, but I'm just going to mash X until I pick up the phone. You can't hang up the phone here either, and you also don't need to move forward. You can just take your hand off because it's until the conversation is over. The other UFO is actually going to be in this football field. It's going to be at the goalpost.
I think it's the high school.
But you can't see it until after we get back from Kaufman's office.
Go to the gym and wait there for me.
Emergency shelter. Cheryl could have been taken there.
Yes, Cheryl could be there. Will you do this?
Sybil knows something that Harry doesn't, and she doesn't tell Harry until the end of the game, because she doesn't get the chance to, because she keeps freezing over. The halcyon days of high school. They say they're the best years of your life. I don't know why, because they're not.
But if you really want to screw someone up, I say, send them to high school. I bet you.
So again, there's quite a bit of downtime in the run because the Kaufman sections kind of take a bit. So he's going to ask us some questions. And again, speedrun purposes, we're going to ask them this, or we're going to answer them this way.
Shake your head if they don't. Ready? Jock. Next. Slut. Drunk. Virgin.
There are two of them that we answer no.
Bully. And slacker.
And then
Okay.
the
Let's take a different
classes that he's chosen greatly confuse me. Now, I am not American. I am Canadian.
Pick out the lessons.
And in Canada, I don't think anywhere has subjects split like this. But maybe in America they do, because they have football and basketball as two different subjects. So we want to choose the first four on the left. There's no reason to choose the first four on the left other than the fact that the cursor is the closest to them, and that's the only reason we choose those. Granted, I did put basketball in the wrong spot, but that's fine. So now we're back in the high school, and we're gonna get ourselves some more UFOs. So there's UFO number 1, or in our case, number 4. Also, I've never seen a high school the size of a university campus, so that's also a thing. As we go here, we need to grab a key, so we're gonna grab that key. There we go. Because we can't get through this door unless we have the key. Why the key is, sitting next to an open window, I don't know. It just is. Although, to be fair, spoiler alert, none of this is real. So everything we've been doing up to this point is not actually real. Because, spoilers, Harry's dead. And in fact, Cheryl is the one receiving the therapy, and she's just going through memories of her father and how she thinks of her father. So sorry for spoiling, but spoilers. So now we go up here because we need to grab another UFO. If you wanted a memento, you would actually jump across because there's a memento across the street. I know I haven't been pointing out memento locations in a while, but they are far more frequent than the UFOs because there's about twice as many. As we keep going. And now we get to pull some nails out of a window, which apparently Harry goes to the gym because, I'm sorry, I feel like grabbing nails by your hand and ripping them out would require a lot of strength, especially during a blizzard, because I would feel like maybe ice would build up, but what do I know? Speaking of a gym, for some reason there's just a barbell in a random room. Also another memento right there. So we just keep going forward. Those screams are supposedly shadows of Cheryl. I don't think most of the messages we get are things that happen to Cheryl. I think some of them are from other people as well. But all of those shadows are Cheryl, apparently. So there we go. We have one more UFO to grab inside the school, but it's at the end of the school section. Also, let us all hope that I don't get 12th night. because 12th night is an answer for resetting the password in the school, and I tend to go on quite the rant when I get Shakespeare, because spoilers, I am not a fan of Shakespeare. Because Shakespeare bad. Sorry, everybody. Whoops, I needed the phone. Apparently, I wanted to take a picture instead. So 555-8465.
Sorry, all you English teachers out there.
The door is open now. Again, you can always cut phone conversations short. So long as the ring goes through, we're good. Here we go, and then we need 1031. All right, and there's our last UFO. There is a way to track what UFOs you have because they send you a message every time and they will tell you. However, there's no way to go back for a UFO. So it's like, oh no. Also, the UFO has a different ending. And like I said, with all mementos, there's not a different ending. You still get the same ending as any percent. So anyway, we're breaking into the principal's office at the moment. And then we have to reset the password. Oh, come on. I said, don't give me this. And what does the game do? Curse of Shakespeare begins. Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot 12th night. No. It's fine. But seriously, like, I'm sorry. He wrote the same garbage over and over and over and over again. And for some reason, everyone's like, oh, the greatest writer ever. Well, hopefully I can remember how to spell 12th night. Because God knows wait, there's an F in here.
T-W-E-L-F-T-H.
There we go. And then night. This is the longest answer you can get in the game, which is why I don't like seeing it, because again, it's the longest one. And then Otto is his son's name. That's the shortest answer we can get. So that's nice of the game, at least. And then gives us the second worst answer, racquetball. Because, of course, racquetball is R-A-C-Q-U-E-T. Kit ball. We're about to find out if I remember how to spell racquetball. Yay, I did. Okay, cool. Usually the game is nicer than that, but no. It's like, nah, have fun with that. And then we do Sunday 45. You can find the answers throughout his office. Other answers include Hawaii, Valerie,
It just froze.
geology,
It is her.
Nikki, because that's his name of his dog.
You don't remember?
And
Because of the accident?
is that all of them? That might be all of
It's
them.
not a great neighborhood.
Forget how many questions you get, but you only have to answer 3, and the questions are random every time.
My ID was old. That wasn't my house. What else did I forget?
There's a phone number. Why don't you call it?
I will.
So,
There's no reception. I'll be outside.
you might have noticed something by now. I'm about to sneeze, and I'm sorry. But you might have noticed something by now. And that's that Harry remembers that he has a daughter, but he's forgetting the mother of the child.
Sorry? What's
And he never mentions Cheryl's mother until about the end of the game. Like, literally at the end of the game. So now we're in Chase 3. The chases start to get longer and longer. Apparently, I ended up finding a new strat here when I started running it that is slightly faster. I mean, it's not slightly faster. It's that we don't deal with raw shocks for a long time, and it's because I made a different turn, and I was like, oh, cool. So that was a thing as we continue to go. Again, when you're crawling, you want to mash X as fast as possible. So there we go. Oh, nice. Early dude speed. Technically, usually you don't see dude speed until you're about up here. Again, the sort of downside to getting dude speed is that they know where you are, so there's a good chance you're going to get grabbed. And that's just a thing. Also, this is one of the chases that's split in two parts where you don't lose dude speed, because while we're going to have to take pictures and we're going to be free from them for a bit, he just doesn't lose it, which is pretty nice. We also don't get the flare until after we get in here and see the ice sculptures. So here we go. You have to get somewhat close to the ice sculpt. Really, game? You have to wait for the message to show up. So you have to get somewhat close to them. I thought I was close enough, but clearly not. So here we go. And then these red flashing areas are where we need that picture. So there are 3 in total. Jump back through here. And then we're going up to spot number 2. And this is the deviation that I ended up making. I just thought it was the right way, and then was told, oh, you found new thing. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't know. So we're just gonna run here. And you can see how much we're not getting chased right now. And usually we don't hear from them until after the 3rd picture is taken. So there we go. We have our 3 pictures. So now when we run back to those 3 statues or sculptures, they'll all break. And we can continue on to the walking segment. There are 2 walking segments in the game. They are not skippable at all. You have to do them. So here we go. Running through. Also, you can put the flare down and they'll still stay away from you. They'll huddle around it if it's on the ground. So now we're going to walk with Michelle to the hottest nightclub in town. We cannot run. Under no circumstances during both walking segments can we run.
Any luck with the phone?
We can only walk.
It didn't make any sense.
We also haven't figured out a way how to ever get in front of Michelle. We think it's possible, but no one's been able to pull it off.
I was planning on getting
During the second walking segment with Lisa, there is a way to get in front of her and have her push us forward, but there's a way for her to get back out in front because the AI really wants to be in front.
Lead the way.
So here we go. There's no UFOs for a while.
You want my jacket?
It won't be until after we've met Lisa, which is after the hospital section.
I feel bad, you're sure?
Also, there isn't a Kaufman section for a while.
You thinking about your daughter?
Constantly.
So they're just going to have a lovely conversation
My head around it.
about moving to Massachusetts, lawyers, and
Jumbled up, Harry.
where Michelle works.
Okay? You should go see a doctor.
I'll make sure Cheryl is safe, then worry about myself.
Like I said, a lot of downtime in this run, though we do have to keep moving. Again, Michelle, just stay as close as possible to her. If you get too far away, she will just stand there. She will never continue to just walk. She will wait for you. And again, we do not have the option to run, unfortunately. It would be nice if they ran, but no.
Nightclub in town.
Never heard of it.
Really? It's pretty popular.
You work there, right? What do you do?
I sing. Sometimes I mix drinks. It's a temporary thing while John and I sort things out. He's staying in Massachusetts. He's a lawyer.
Also, shout outs to Toluca Lake again.
You want to go to Massachusetts?
Yeah. Well, not Massachusetts so much, but I want to be with John.
And John?
Oh, he wants it too. It's just hard. We've been together for 5 years, but we never lived.
Also, this opinion about John is going to change
John's a lucky guy.
very fast.
He's probably just lousy at showing it.
It's just going to be later in the game, because eventually we will meet up with Michelle again once we're done here.
They say absence makes the heart grow fonder.
You believe that?
And there we go. We are now there, and then we have to find keys in Michelle's room. Because one thing that Michelle didn't tell us is that she also lives here. So here we go. And there are 2 rooms. There's nothing really different. So we have to pick 3 options for the keys to appear. So we're going to run to the bag, immediately go out, run to the curtain, immediately go out, and then go to the hamper. That is our fastest option. There's also a cookie jar. I used to pick the cookie jar, but again, it is slow to pick the cookie jar. And also, why would you have your keys inside of a cookie jar full of cookies? I don't know. And also, Michelle will disappear, and Dahlia will take her place. So that's a thing. Dahlia is Cheryl's mother. And again, they're going to have a conversation as if they don't know each other. There's nothing to do here for a bit, until we get to the bridge, and then we have the bridge puzzle to solve. And because there's no one out, they're going to break the law and go and drive up one-way streets. Don't do that, everybody.
A few years?
I don't know you.
Don't.
I can't remember you since the car crash.
Bad idea.
Don't do this to me, Harry. Don't.
So again, there's no bouncing back and forth, but we can open the window.
Damn, are you in pain?
No pain.
And can we go into the glove compartment?
Sometimes.
We can, but there's nothing there.
Details. I try to focus, but then they slip away. And I think I'm seeing things.
You really don't know who I am.
No.
Sid and Nancy?
Who are Sid and Nancy?
My tits? You named them?
We're sleeping together?
This is a joke, right? A really lame joke.
I wish it was.
And then we transition to the bridge, and then we have to solve a puzzle. Again, you can call a phone if you don't know the answer on how this works. The pattern is RBY, so red, blue, yellow. There is a green. You either want green at the first, or you want green at the end, because you're not supposed to do anything with green. But what we do is we'll pull the levers down and or walk to the door. However, you want to make sure that you hear the bridge moving before leaving, because if you don't hear the bridge moving and you open that door, you have to restart completely. And then coming up is the cutscene that I mentioned that you can't skip on the Wii version, but you can skip it here.
You know me. You know my daughter too? Why is this not freaking you out?
They're being very vague with each other, which is a bad idea. Also, this is the spot where we soft-locked last time.
If you know my daughter,
So let us all hope that we don't soft-lock here
what are
again.
you to me?
Why do you have to be like this? Just leave things be, Harry.
So here we go.
Dahlia!
So, Wii version, this is an engine, and here it is a cutscene. On the PSP version, it is also a cutscene. So here we go. Come on, Harry. So we're just gonna open some windows, let the water flow. I also forgot to unlock the door, so I'm gonna go do that. I don't know 100% if this makes us get to the bottom of the lake faster, or as Harry calls it, the river. Harry, what are you doing? Thank you. There we go. Wanted to get that unlocked as fast as possible, and then we're going to go over here and sit as we hit the bottom of the sea. We don't know if it's a saltwater river, saltwater lake. We just know it's a lake and a river. Shrugs. There we go. And then the reason I'm sitting on this side is because the flashlight will go over there. So here we go. Hey, we got the glitch properly this time. So basically he just warps up the front and we're good to go. We need to wait for the radio to try to want to play. The Rorschachs are writing something on the window. It's not really important that they are. And there's two ways you can proceed to the hospital. One is you solve this puzzle or you wait for Harry to drown. Obviously, it takes quite a bit of time for Harry to drown. So basically what we need to do here is we need to turn the radio until we start hearing the song. That activates that. And then we can pull. Here we go. And then Sybil finds us, but first we have to do Kaufman. So the solution to this puzzle is the ones on the right go on the right, the ones on the left go on the left.
You could die tonight, in your sleep. Why doesn't that terrify you? How would you like to die? No, wait, let me guess. You'd want to die surrounded. There's a couple of options he can change, because apparently also looking at the alcohol and what have you can also give you points into things. It's not really important to have points towards certain things. There are technically multiple endings, but they all sort of start the same, with Kaufman sort of throwing a fit at the end, and then the videotapes are different. However, because we're doing UFO ending, we see none of that. So here we go. Also, if you put them all in dead, he goes, nothing fools you, because the answer is they're all dead. He will tell us that in a second. But again, for speedrun purposes, we do left on the left, right on the right. But he'll have extra dialogue if you put them all in death. He'll even pick one up and flip one of them over. And it's like, oh, okay. So there we are. We're out cold next to the hospital. Sybil finds us, changes our clothes, says we're soaked to the skin, which is a phrase I've never heard before until I played this game.
The car went into the river. She drowned.
Yeah, that's a weird phrase I've never heard.
This is a different girl?
You must have seen the bridge. We went right off the side.
Harry, the bridge has been closed since the storm started. You swam. You could have died of hypothermia.
My clothes.
You were soaked to the skin. I grabbed what I could find here.
So,
we need to talk.
Once we flip here into Rorschach land, so we're hearing Rorschachs right now, but guess what? We're not being chased. We're just hearing the noise. So here we go. Pushing forward. Nothing's actually chasing us. But we are going to yeet Harry off some stairs. And I'm not joking about that. Just give it one more door. Also, we don't get dude speed because we're hearing them yell at us. So there we go. Have fun. Now, fun fact about this that I learned the other month was that if a Rorschach finds you while you're limping, you will be in a limp state for the entire rest of this section. It's very rare, but it is a thing. So now we're just running under some trains. Why there are trains in a hospital, I have no idea. Don't worry, they won't be there once we go back into the real world. As we keep running. There we go, there's our dude speed. This can be one of the more aggressive chases. The most aggressive chase is actually the mall. Oops, there we go. Sometimes you can have nice hospitals. Other times, not so much. We're almost to a flare. Once we get the flare, they tend to back off. But as you can see, they're like, we just want some hugs. And it's like, please no, your hugs hurt. Also, you can stare behind you to see how close they are. That's by pressing R1. And then we turn this way. There's the exit to the hospital. And then if you want to throw down the flare, that's L1. And there we go. And then we have to have the radio saying noise. And then 555-881-4.
Thanks for calling.
And then the second we get the radio DJ, good. Again, it can take up to 3 rings for them to start talking to you. And then we're gonna meet Lisa, who wasn't supposed to be here today. All right. What Lisa drives can be manipulated by what you answer with. But typically we're gonna get a car. And also, she's bleeding. She's a nurse. She should go into the hospital instead of going home. But she goes home instead.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today. It's my day off, but we were 3 nurses down because of the weather. Damn it. I wasn't supposed to be here.
So now we have final walking segment. Takes about 2 minutes, 50 seconds. And the fact that it takes us 2 minutes and 50 seconds to walk to her apartment, it's like, why were you driving to work if you live 2 minutes and 50 seconds from your apartment?
Let me walk you. Lisa?
I'm okay, really.
Blizzard or not.
You can keep me company.
I'm Harry.
Considering we're about to walk home. But yeah, she can be in an ambulance. I'm not sure if there's any other cars. And also you can get different dialogue options where Harry talks about being a writer and what have you. Because that's what he does for a living. He's a writer.
After our accident.
What happened?
I crashed my car. I don't know how long I was unconscious, but when I woke up, Cheryl was gone.
And she made it all this way?
I know it doesn't quite add up. There are things I can't piece together. But she called me. Then I spoke to someone else on the phone. There are times when things don't feel real. I feel like I'm losing my grasp on the truth of it. But other times, everything is fine.
Just a lovely stroll in the snow. Speaking of strolling through the snow, I don't know what it is, but like going out at night and seeing like snow under like street lamps is like cool. I don't know why I have a fascination with it, but like I'm always like,
Compared to a
It's snowing
standard
outside.
9 to 5, I've
It's
been
the
in
middle of the
hospital
night.
40 human
Let's go
years.
find a street lamp.
I've slept through half of
There's
it.
just something about it.
Like tonight. Fell asleep at the wheel.
Lisa, I hate to tell you, this looks pretty daytime to me. So now we're going to walk across the street. And this is so we can get ahead of Lisa, because so long as the game can't see Lisa, the AI doesn't really know what to do, so it won't try to get ahead of us. And also we'll be ahead of it because we're already across the street. And hopefully we get this and we'll get pushed forward.
Need to get my story straight before I call my insurance. They always
So
try to
here we
twist it.
go,
You were alone?
Yeah.
walking slightly
And driving?
forward.
Yes. Now you're trying to trick me.
Not me. I crashed my car too. I've got my own insurance forms to file.
Come on, there we
what
go.
happened?
He can get back in front of us, but so long as we're kind of body blocking, we'll be fine.
I remember coming off the road, then wham. When I came to, I was confused. Cheryl was gone. My car was wrapped around a post.
There we go. We'll also be getting UFO number
Car
8
crash
here.
survivors. Thanks for sharing, Harry. Let's go around the room.
There we go. So now we have hit her apartment,
Watch some TV.
and we have to take a look at these dirty light sockets. Why are they so dirty? Why? Why does this one have a face? Who knows?
Last time I had a guy in my apartment, it was summer.
It's just like, what is happening? To be fair, we also want to be doing this because it will give us faster dialogue. Because of course it does. She basically kicks us out of the apartment faster, which allows us to go get UFO number 8. Provided we've done this right, and it looks like... No. Of course I didn't. Curses. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You know, you're a nice guy, Harry. I feel safe.
And then we're going to get her some pills because she has a headache.
Be a hero. Fetch me some pills from the bathroom.
We no longer need to care about what pill we give because we found out recently that we can just skip the dialogue or skip her phone call. But you would want to give her the wrong pill because she would die faster. By giving her the right pill, she dies slower. Because no matter what pill you give her, she ends up dying. But because we're skipping the phone call, it does not matter. There we go. Back to Kaufman, however.
You feel guilty about everything.
The longest Kaufman section. This is the one that I warned Church about before we started, where he talks for a really long time and all we do is press circle.
Bottled water and 30.
You can maneuver them if you want, but there's no reason to.
More often than not.
So we hear about a prince called Wilhelm, the Chase Celestine, a king named Harold, and a bull. He doesn't have a name, unless you talk to exterior Emma, in which case the bull's name is Avis.
Blame God. Blame me.
Again, don't take his advice. So yeah.
Okay, this is my favorite. Let me introduce some friends of mine. This is
There's no way to skip this dialogue at all.
the chaste Celestine.
He'll just keep talking.
Wilhelm. And
It's just
a bull.
so brutal.
He doesn't have a name. Prince Wilhelm is passionately in love with Celestine, but she does not love him. One day, Wilhelm comes to the king and asks for Celestine's hand in marriage. Celestine begs the king not to marry her to Wilhelm, but the king ignores her pleas.
Royal protocol means he must say yes to the match,
They are married, and Wilhelm takes Celestine
which
back
is
with him to his
terrible.
That night, he attempts to consummate
Curse you, Royal
but the
Protocol.
distraught Celestine flees. She runs from the safety of the castle.
And he will ask if you want to hear all
ignoring
this
the sign
again.
which warns of danger. In that field is a
No.
bull who sees
God,
the girl
no.
and charges her. She falls under his hooves and is killed instantly. What I want you to do is line the players up according to how guilty they are of Celestine's death. Whose fault was it? At the left, most culpable. To the right, most
innocent.
You want to hear that again?
No. Then we hit back. Done. Yes. Poor Bull. You couldn't ignore the facts. He was the one who killed her.
I find the best cure for guilt.
Again, don't take his advice, Chad. It's terrible.
Continue.
All right, now we can go get UFO number 8 and also do the most aggressive chase in the game. We will be doing chases 6 and, provided I can open this, 6 and 7 here. 7 is the last chase because the actual last chase is we want to get caught because it makes things go faster. So here we go. Again, it's a shame that they got rid of the Cheryl button after 4 minutes. So now we're in Toluca Mall. UFOs to the left. And then we want to start heading towards the mall, and we're going to get the phone call, which we are not going to be picking up. Again, your phone will keep ringing until you hang it up personally. Oh wait, never mind. But she'll keep calling until you go through the door. Here we go. Excellent. And again, we're running back to Lisa's apartment. If you wanted the memento for this area, you would have to go through the warehouse, which is a bit out of the way, but you would also pop on the right side of the mall. So there we go. Sybil shows up, and she goes, I know you're not Harry Mason.
I said don't
but she
move.
freezes,
Stand
so
up
we
and
don't
step
get the
away from the
context
girl.
behind that.
It looks like.
Stop talking. What have you done?
She was in an accident. I didn't do this.
Accident? Shut the hell up. You've been feeding me bullshit all night. You bastard.
I didn't.
Shut up! I know you're not Harry Mason.
Dun, dun, dun. So now we do chase number 6. Or whatever chase number this is. It may in fact be 5, and I'm miscounting the whole time. So here we go. But I have always called it chase number 6. So that's, I mean, numbers, what are they? So here we go. Fun fact about the original Silent Hill 1, did you know that the voice actor of Harry Mason for Silent Hill 1 was the voice actor for Dracula in Castlevania Symphony of the Night? And that Richter is voiced by the original Chris Redfield? So Castlevania Symphony of the Night gave us Resident Evil vs. Silent Hill 2 years before Silent Hill came out? Well, now you do.
That's actually
Oh,
cool.
this is a bit of bad luck. There we go. Luckily, they give us a flare pretty early. Again, am I stuck here? Yeah, I was. Very aggressive in the mall for whatever reason. But usually when you get the flare you can keep them off of you, because right around where the flare goes out, especially around here, they tend to leave you alone for the rest of this. Also, you can hide from them. There are hiding spots, so that's also a thing. But again, whereas we're speedrunning, we don't want to use the hiding spots. Also, I apologize for what's about to happen. You may want to look away for a brief second, because we're gonna have to do a puzzle and we can't turn off his flashlight for whatever reason. So we're just gonna have the flashlight rapidly, well, not rapidly, but you know, it's gonna be flashing a lot. Because they decided to not allow us to turn off the flashlight for this. But we need to get 4 gumballs, and they have to be the color of the toucan's bill. So there's 1. Green is not the answer. Green is not the answer. Yellow we already have. There's pink. We don't want blue. We want... I'm gonna call that purple. And then we want red. And there we go. And then I can turn off the flashlight. So turn off the flashlight. Thank you. And then we want to run this way into the pet store. There we go. And then we get UFO number 9. Just need to run around here, and then we have to use the toy train and crash it into some rocks so that we can get the key to get out of here. And crash. There we go. Running up the side. Also, this is a mall that has a movie theater. Also, we're going to go through new looks because it has a better code, which is 1789. The card shop is 2050. So 1, 2, 3, and there we go. We're almost to a house. It's not really a house, it's an apartment, but shh, don't tell anybody. It's above a pawn shop. And there will be a UFO in the pawn shop, and that'll be UFO number 10, and then we have 3 UFOs left. Don't worry, we're gonna hear that phrase a lot coming up as we keep going. As we are almost to the pawn shop and chase number 7. Chase number 7 is not nearly as bad as chase number 6. And or chase number 5, and this is chase number 6, because numbers, I can't count. It's fine. They say speedrunners can't do math, so shrugs. So here we go. Not bad. So here's UFO number 10. There we go. And then we go see Dahlia. And we find out that Harry is married. Or was. Right, we can't skip this.
Where's Cheryl?
Still at the lighthouse, maybe.
Lighthouse?
What are you doing here, Harry?
Looking for Cheryl. Isn't this my house?
Again, the thing about Harry is that he died 18 years ago. We won't see / find that info out because we're going to skip the cutscene. But at the end, when we hit the lighthouse and Sybil basically saves us from the lake, she goes, Harry Mason died 18 years ago. He's like, what? And she's like, go in the lighthouse and find out. And then it's like, haha. And then if we weren't doing UFO ending, we would see more of that. But because we're doing UFO ending, we don't see that. So, yeah. All right, final chase sequence where we're running away from things. We have a long staircase, also a couple of long drops to go here. Again, a lot of stair climbing. And the chase parts are only 2 parts of this. There's more puzzle action, if you will, in this chase than there is running away from Rorschachs. And we're falling into the abyss. Farewell, Harold. Do not look down. It's actually slower to look down than it is to just look straight forward. Also, fun fact about this, the Wii does not have a model of Cheryl falling here. It just has a shadow. Whereas the PS2 and PSP versions have the Cheryl ice figure that we just saw. All right. I'm going to run towards that light. There we go. And then we're going to see a TV. We're going to see some stairs. Eventually that TV will have an image and sound on it other than just pure static. Remember CRTs and how ridiculously heavy they were? Ah, the good old days of television technology, where it would break your spine. So here we go. Chase sequence. We'll always get caught there because, again, they're right beside us. And then we're going to run this way. And then this way. And then through the second door. And that is chase part 1. There are 2 parts. like I said, the TV is eventually going to get an image and audio. We're also going to hear that phrase a lot. So here we go. And we're falling into the abyss once again. And again, we still don't want to look down. I don't know why the game wants to go slower if you look down than looking forward. It just does. Also, Shattered Memories doesn't have a huge speedrun. I was gonna say community, but all of the Silent Hills are in the same community or Discord. But there aren't a lot of Shattered Memory players. I think it's the third least ran Silent Hill, I believe. So, for this chase, we want to follow the ice. But it is my third favorite Silent Hill of all time. Of course, my favorite Silent Hill is 3. And then, for a long time, it was this in second place, but then Silent Hill 2 Remake came out. Silent Hill 2 Original is number 4. Unfortunately, I haven't played Silent Hill 1 original, so I haven't played Silent Hill 1. Also, that's the end of that chase sequence. And I also haven't played Silent Hill Downpour. I also haven't played... Silent Hill 4 is still the worst Silent Hill to ever be made. I'm sorry to any Silent Hill 4 enjoyers out there.
You know, I think we're getting somewhere.
So,
we're all tied up.
We're going to answer the pictures as fast as possible. You don't need to actually match up the pictures with the people in the pictures, but the questions are for a faster car ride, because we're about to do another car ride with John and Michelle.
You think marriage can really last?
And by answering these answers, we get a faster car ride. If you answer these in a more positive light, the car ride is longer.
After marriage? You know what? You being such an expert on marriage, you're going to ace my matchmaker test. On the table are 6 pictures. All you have to
and there
do
is one more Kaufman section after this as well, so we're almost done with Kaufman. Go. And
all finished.
Indeed.
Okay. Now tell me which of those couples are still...
We don't have to tell him this question. He's just being a dick.
I'm joking.
Did I mention he's a terrible therapist?
Right. Oh, let's keep going. We're really making progress here.
Are we, though? Are we? So, Michelle wakes Harry up. Once again in a car. If you answer the questions in a more positive light, it is John that ends the relationship.
A few years back, yeah.
And then in this case,
John got to be king because
Michelle ends the relationship.
I was queen because I looked great in the dress.
You still fit into that dress?
I fit this one pretty well. Right, Harry?
What? You bring
Also, this car interior seems
Hey, sorry if
abnormally huge.
Harry's here because he needs help. I'm not the one who missed the reunion.
I don't know why. It looks like something straight out of Star Trek based on the size.
You are so different.
I know nothing about cars.
You are so different.
I'm sorry.
Stop the car.
What?
Stop the car. Stop the damn car.
Jesus! You could have killed us.
Sorry, Harry.
We can't leave until Jonathan leaves the car.
Bitch! She wants me to go after her.
Cool story, bro. Are you gonna do that? Cool. Here we go. There's a pen inside the glove compartment. That would be memento number 18, I believe. There's also going to be a ring inside of one of the fish. But we're not even going to see that fish. You can actually glitch the ring out of the fish. It's nothing like super cool. It's just a small glitch. Here's the door. We're also going to get called by Cheryl 3 times, and the reason it's 3 calls, it's because we have to take a picture of the UFO number 11. So we're going to run. And then the fish would be down that tunnel, but we're not going to do that. There we go. It would be 2 calls if we weren't doing UFO ending. So there we go. And then spin the wheel, Harold. And then she stops trying to call now that we're past this. No idea why there's a manhole cover just open. That sounds dangerous. But whatever. There's a cigar in there. That would be another memento. You actually get quite a few mementos just in this small little area here. And then we have to move the curtain. And jump over. Ta-da! And depending how you've been answering questions, Michelle could have a piece of cake or a beer in her hand.
We're getting deep in it now. I can almost...
And like I said, this is the final Kaufman section.
All this talking, and we still haven't touched on the sex thing. That's what you're thinking. Aren't all psychiatrists supposed to be obsessed with sex? It's not us. It's you. You're obsessed with
We're going to make him very angry, is what we're about to do.
Let's have some fun.
Because you may have noticed how I said earlier, you want all the options on the right, and that's precisely what we're going to do.
The ones that aren't the right.
He also has longer dialogue if you put any of them on the left. So, we're not gonna do that.
None of them? Now you're screwing with me. You're in denial about sex. Sex and death. Sex is death. It's a leap into the void. The great loss of self. The tiger in space. A plea for annihilation.
Again, another rendered long dialogue.
To deny death itself.
Also, I don't know anything about therapy in this day and age, but I'm pretty sure you don't want one that's drinking on the job.
I'm not getting enough.
Not usually.
Let's see this through to the end.
All right, now we're in the... well, we've been sort of in the end game for a bit, but now we're officially getting towards the end, as there is not much left. And also the last 2 UFOs are coming up as well. Also, no UFOs here. That's right, they have an official sign that says no UFOs here. UFOs are banned specifically on this area as we're going into the amusement park. Excellent. All right. Here we go. Nice. And then there's one more that we have to grab. There we go. Again, some runners can do that without having the light on, but the game really doesn't seem to like me if I don't have the light on. So I'm like, okay, I'll just use the light. I'll risk the time loss for having the light on, even though I don't really see it. So here we go. Running to UFO number 12. Excellent. Then we go into the boat. And also something recently found out here is that you can sit in one spot. You don't have to run forward. It is faster to just sit in one spot. Also, Harry's clothes change again. So we're gonna get a phone call from Dahlia and then a text message. We have to pick up the phone call.
Harry, come back.
Sorry. It's too late now.
I love you, Harry.
I'm sorry.
New contact. That's the lighthouse over there. Come on. Send me the text message. You can do it. Here it is. And then the raw shocks are going to spawn in, which is why we're staying close to the boat, because they're going to spawn in by the boat. And the closer we are, the easier this is. Alright. Waiting for it. Oh. There they are. Run towards them, because you want them to catch you this time. This is why I don't consider this a chase. But once all 4 have grabbed you, we're good. And then we're going to be in the lake itself for whatever reason. And we're once again not going to do anything because it's faster to not do anything. Also, saves your hands from having to mash, because you have to mash 2 buttons to swim forward. So it's like, haha. And then the last UFO is going to be next to the lighthouse. And then we're done. So here we go. Slowly but surely waiting. All right. For it. Also, you can totally look down if you want to and see that there's a car at the bottom of the lake. Because it's just memories that Cheryl has of sort of the divorce and whatnot, and before Harold's death. Or Harry's death. Some runners call him Harold. So there we go. It is done. And this is where Sybil pulls us out of the lake, and we find out Harry Mason died 18 years ago. So we're gonna run. Very good. And then keep running. You have to get pretty close to it despite how large it is. Then if I have indeed taken a picture of all 13 UFOs, we're gonna get the ending. Again, I haven't opened the phone to be like, did I actually get this one? But I'm pretty sure we've gotten them all. And then we run in. Lighthouse Clinic. And that is time, by the way. GG.
This is it.
Nice.
After all we've said, all we've discussed, you honestly believe
that your father was abducted by aliens?
It made more sense when you were talking about cults and demons.
I do like how it's sort of animated here rather than in-game models. Also, hey, it's James.
Wrong day again.
So you don't
Not voiced by the original voice actor. No original voice actors returned for this.
Haven't seen his wife in a while. Where were we?
Also, Doggo.
My mother was a bitch.
Go on.
Also, Kaufman turns into an alien. And that's the ending. So, yeah. And then you get this amazing ending song. I'm currently banned from horror games because I didn't beat 10 horror games on Halloween. So I'm currently doing Zelda speedruns, specifically Twilight Princess HD. So if you want to see someone spend 9 hours doing one single run, provided the run wants to start, you can find me at twitch.tv/Abby's Corner. This has been Silent Hill Shattered Memories. You can also find me on Blue Sky under Abby's Corner. You can find me on Twitter if you want to. I don't know anybody who wants to use Twitter anymore, but hey, I'm there too. But thank you again for having me, and yeah.
Yeah, thank you for being on. I'm glad that the run actually completed this time. There was no soft block. That sucked. So glad you were able to finish out the run. Definitely give Abby a follow. She definitely deserves it. Very good speedrunner. And yeah, thank you for being on the show. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Nope.
That is all we have for you right now, but we do have another show coming up. We have Game Masters coming up after the break. We're going to take going to be a little bit of a bigger break because both runners crushed their estimates here, but see you in just a little bit for Game Masters, everyone.